Hey everybody, Brett here, and it is day 100 of my carnivore diet journey. 100 days of eating nothing but animal products. Beef, butter, bacon, eggs was my staple to start with. Did that for the first, 80 days? I think something like that. 80 days-ish. And then I moved to Lion Diet, which is beef only. And I've been doing that for little over 3 weeks, right? So today would be day 23 of that. So 77 days on regular carnivore, and then 23 days now on Lion. So numbers. After 100 days, I can say that this is about the most. This is the most weight that I have ever lost. It is probably about the happiest I've ever been on a diet. And it is only the second time, I'll say the second time ever, that beyond losing weight, I've noticed all kinds of other benefits. So there was another time, and I lost a pretty significant amount of weight. I lost 30 plus pounds. That was back in 2015. 6 days a week in the gym for 45 minutes-ish every single time. Half that, 3 of the 6 days, were very, very heavy, strong cardio kickboxing, and the other 3 were strength training days. So, and that was a fitness competition. And in 10 weeks, I lost 30 some pounds, I believe it was, because I started right about 300 and I ended up in the 260s. I actually had started going to the gym like a week early, or maybe a week and a half early. So it was actually a little bit bigger before the beginning. And so I could have tracked a larger weight loss, but I don't remember exactly what it was right now. And honestly, I haven't gone back to look. I've thought about it a couple times, but I haven't gone back to look. I've actually got photos of it and everything else. I came in second. But it was good. So this time, I've done, I'll say 2 purposeful workouts. I do try to play tennis once a week, basically a lesson for an hour. And I took 1 long bike ride on Sunday, which actually started a climb back up in my weight. So I don't know that the bike ride gave me any benefit. We'll see. Muscle weighs more than fat, right? Yeah. So, but the weight is amazing. The weight is why I started this whole thing. But the other benefits have been fantastic. My knees don't hurt nearly as much. Every now and then they hurt a little bit. I'm still very heavy. I used to get pains in my sides when I would eat. And those pains are gone. I was starting to think maybe I had a gallbladder issue. But those pains are gone. My stomach, when I really started to look at it and focus on it, I probably did have some level of stomach issues. But stomach issues are gone because on carnivore and on really, really clean carnivore, you don't really go to the bathroom all that much. Your body absorbs so much of what you take in because you're taking in really good, clean food and it's pulling all the nutrients out. So there's very little solid waste, which is gross to talk about, but it's a reality, right? I've saved money because, eating steaks all the time gets expensive. eating garbage all the time and going to the fast food joints 3, 4, 5 times a week gets really expensive too, right? I would much rather spend, $17 on a steak than and I'll eat that and it'll be the majority of my food in one day, as opposed to, 12 or $13 at McDonald's in the morning and then maybe have to hit it at night because I don't have time to make real food. So another $12 to $15 at night. So, you know, it's kind of crazy, but when you really start looking at it, it's like, how much did I spend to eat? Not how much did I spend on groceries? It starts getting weird. And still the strangest one is my vision is I still have glasses, right? My vision hasn't improved from a medical number perspective, but things seem clearer. And that's a benefit. Yeah, obviously clothes. This is one of my new size XL shirts. I haven't worn an XL in at least 16 years. So this is pretty phenomenal for me. I actually bought 2 of these on the weekend, and I bought another XL shirt today because I decided to get a new shirt for a golf event that I have tomorrow. So bought one more shirt, and it was an XL, and I tried it on, and it fit. So really excited about that. So I mean, there's all these other benefits. I'm generally happier. I don't get frustrated as easily. I feel like I'm better to my wife and my kids. Tons and tons of benefits. But like I said, I came into this for the weight. So as far as numbers, my blood sugar is lower. Now I still test a little bit high every single morning, no matter what. No matter if I've eaten nothing but steaks for 3 straight days, I test a little bit high in the morning. Yesterday I tested twice. I tested at 110 first thing in the morning, and then at like noon I tested at 84. Right? That was I'm fasting. I'm not eating breakfast. I'm eating a dinner. And then 12, 13, 14 hours later, 12, 13, 14 hours later, I'm taking my numbers, my ketones and my glucose, and I'm testing high it doesn't make any sense. I've heard of the dawn effect. I've heard too much protein creates sugar, all these other things. But if I just wait another 2 hours, my sugar is down in the 80s, at least the 90s. So it's strange, but that's there. Ketones are up. You're never really going to have a whole lot of ketones unless you are doing really low carb. So that's kind of a guarantee. But I'm consistently in at least a low level of ketosis at this point, if not a medium to high range of ketosis. But yeah, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. So it's one of the reasons I'm still doing these videos. One of the reasons I'm still trying to tell everybody about this diet. Everybody I see, tell them. And I had somebody come to me yesterday and just out of the blue, like, "Hey, did you lose a lot of weight?" Yeah, I lost like 65 pounds. Man, because I've lost like 20 pounds, over the last probably about 6 months. I was like, yeah, I've done it in just under 100 days. And he was just blown. He's like, oh my God, I can't. How do you do that? Well, let me talk to you about it. So I'm trying to be as open with people as I can about it. Even the ones that go, oh, you're going to get scurvy and die. No, I'm not going to get scurvy and die. I don't need all that vitamin C. Scurvy doesn't set in if you're on carnivore. So it's not an issue, right? Find one carnivore person who has scurvy, and then we can talk about it. But it doesn't happen. So, rambling on, talking about all these great things, which are really great. not talking about the numbers, which was my big thing. So, and somebody's going to complain that I waited 10 minutes to get to this, but I don't care. This is good stuff, but all that other stuff is fantastic too. So I am, let's do this, the inches, right? So I measure chest, belly, hips, thigh, calf, and bicep. That's what I measure every 2 weeks. So I just measured on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. I measured the night that we started, and then I measured that day. Every 2 weeks in between. So I started with a total inches on those measurements of 290.25 inches. And on Sunday, I measured 256.25, which is a 34-inch loss. So chest, belly, hips, thigh, calf, bicep. I lost a total of 34 inches. And I will tell you, most of that came from my chest and my belly. Probably half of that is from my chest and my belly. Biceps have gone down a little bit, not dramatic. Calves have gone down about a couple inches, 2 inches, I think. Thighs have gone down 2 or 3 inches. Hips have gone down probably a little more, like 4 inches or so. So, but the majority is chest and belly. So that's great. Now, as far as the weight goes, so over the last 100 days, I have averaged 0.624 pounds per day loss. It's an average. I like to talk about it all the time. The weight goes down, the weight goes up, right? So the weight goes down. You're eating clean, you're in ketosis, or you've not drank as much water. You have, in general, not ingested as much food, so your lower calorie count. All those things contribute to your weight loss. Weight gain happens, right? Weight gain happens. Maybe you didn't eat as clean. Maybe you drank a lot more water, right? 8 pounds per gallon for water, 8 point some pounds per gallon. So if you drink a lot of extra water in a day or two, your body's gonna end up holding a little bit more of that. Especially if you're doing this right and you're eating a lot of salt, right? Your body's gonna hold on to that water. So your weight's gonna go up. So don't worry about it. But for me, 0.624 pounds per day over the last 100 days, which if you do the quick math, right? 62.4 pounds lost, right? So that took me from 332.6 pounds. That's where I started on February 12th, 332.6. And today, this morning, I weighed 270.2. Now, 270.2 is disappointing. And the reason that it's disappointing is because on Sunday morning, I weighed 266.9. I think it was 266.9. So from Sunday till now, I am back up 3.3 pounds, right? So I'm coming up about a pound a day, which is greater than my average loss, which makes me nervous because I still have at least one more goal before I go on my trip in 32 days. But 0.624 pounds per day over the course of 100 days, loss of 62.4 to bring me down to a current total of 270.2. So I'm very happy with the weight. I really, really am. I don't want the weight to ever go up. I just want it to keep going down until I get to my current end goal, which is 190 pounds. So I need to lose another 80 pounds. But I've already lost 60. So now that I've lost 60, not worried about too much. So, and, you know, my goal is to be at 260 before I leave on my trip for Cancun in 32 days. So June 22nd. If I want to do that in the next 32 days, I need to lose on average 0.31 pounds per day. That's what the average needs to be between now and then. That gets me to 260. Now, my 0.624 weight is just a little bit shy of 0.63. 0.63 pounds per day will get me to 250 pounds by June 22nd. If I am 250 pounds by June 22nd, that will be a 80.4 pound or 80.2 pound loss. 80.6 pound loss. In, quick math, 5.5 months. I mean, 5 months and 10 days. That'll be 80 pounds. That's just amazing. Like, if somebody told me that that's what they were planning to do, I would call them crazy, right? It just doesn't add up in your mind. Anybody who's dealt with weight and struggled with weight knows that you can't lose 80 pounds in 5 months and 10 days. But I might do it, right? I'm starting to incorporate a little bit more exercise. I got my tennis, I'm riding my bike. I'll be in Texas next week. And I do plan to go to the gym at least a few times while I'm there, just to do something besides, work and drive to food, which is what I did last time. But I'm really excited about it. So 100 days, 62.4 pounds, 34 inches. And my next goal is 260 pounds. So another 10.2 pounds. Got to do that in 32 days. I'm not even considering that, right? I know I'm going to hit that goal. I'm thinking about 250 pounds. What's that mean for me for the next couple of weeks? That means I need to be clean and I need to incorporate more exercise, more activity, whether it be walking, going to the gym, riding my new bike, all of that. So, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me if you think I'm crazy, whatever it is. I love the comments. And I want the likes and the shares and subscribes. Those help get this out there to more and more people. And that's what I want now. I want other people to feel like I feel right now. I had an Elks event tonight. We went to the tavern afterwards, and I ordered a burger patty, right? And it comes with French fries. And I was like, somebody at the table eat the French fries. So I ate the burger patty, and then I put the plate in the middle of the table and said, you guys want fries? There's fries, right? They're not for me. And yeah, it's just awesome. It's just so awesome. I can keep rambling on. It's not what I need to do tonight. It's late, 10:41. I'm ready to go to bed. Playing golf tomorrow. I think I'm walking 18 holes tomorrow, so there's going to be some exercise there. And I probably didn't plan that right because I didn't plan for a breakfast tomorrow. So I will have to do something for breakfast tomorrow. But it's great. That's all I got for you today. I will talk to you tomorrow on day 101.